Dennis Lee, CPA. It's a pleasure and honor having you here. You are among the first chartered accountants participating in SIPS, and this is unique. And because of this, we are thinking to include in the future SIPS a symposium having as a subject accounting and how accounting helps sustainability. You are the first time participating, so tell us about something about SIPS and your impressions.
Well, I have to say that first of all, thanks to you and Malcolm for inviting me to the SIPS. Before that, I have done a little research trying to find out what this symposium is all about, and I'm very impressed with whatever that you have done in the past. And when I came here, I really brought to my eyesight that definitely there's so many, I think, great things that you have done by the scientists, the chemists, and the engineers that we were not aware of. A lot of the things, I agree with you that we tend to take things for granted. We tend to really look at, the talk shows, the movies, and everything that, hey, wow, those are the guys that are really doing excellent jobs, and kind of really ignore, if we call it that way, the contributions that have been made by the scientists and chemists and the engineers. So when I came here, I said, I think that, for the attorneys and for the accountants, even though that we are on a very different discipline or jurisdictions, but I see that there's certain interactions or relationships that we can build on, that we can, instead of a very separate area, we can complement each other in so many ways that, for example, when I listen to the speech or presentations by your speakers, that absolutely they have done so much, inventing a lot of things that that's benefit us in so many ways. But then when we go to the applications, when it goes to the business applications, I think that's when really both the professionals, which means the attorney accountants, can be really there to help you out, to apply whatever the inventions or the all those benefits to the public, and also will be able to help them out to even more so on taking it to the community or to the public, so that people are more aware of it, and also we can help them out on the planning for everything that for the business, from a business perspective. So I can see that absolutely we would love to and delighted to be part of the SIPS in the foreseeable future. Let's say the one in Phuket, that we'll be able to even connect more dots. I can see that there's so many dots that we have.
Exactly.
Right, on the scientific side, on the chemist side, on the engineering side, that I think that we have dots over here. All we need to do now, our focus is how we go to connect all the dots together, so that it's going to be a win-win situation for all of us.
Excellent, I totally agree with that. And this is the focus of SIPS, bringing people together, bringing bridges, bringing together people they never meet. And just right now, you were in a company of a lawyer, which is your friend, two doctors, CEO in the mining industry.
Right.
So you name it, you have the entire professions of the world in one room.
It's unbelievable. I have to say that we have done a terrific job of, because usually when you go into a business conference, it's very, very pertaining to a particular field of industries.
Exactly.
I have to say, when I came in, it's like, wow. I learned so many things for the last few days. Because I always believe in life is a journey of endless learning. It's great that you learn more about the magnets. I think I would say, to me, I only know magnets, but I didn't know that so many applications on the magnets, on the hybrid cars, on the other applications, and it's just like, wow, this is magnificent. I think for all of us that really are here, I think we're very happy because what you have done is special by bringing us in, the professionals in, so that they will see that, you know what, I think we probably can work with each other. It's just not, just in terms of for the business purposes, for personal making new friends. I think that is the precious, I would say, that by building up the friendship and later on, if you happen to have a chance you can work together, wow, wonderful. If it's not, still you'll be able to learn more, the network of the people from different industries. It's this tremendous reward, I have to say.
And accounting, and it applies to all these fields.
True, and I have to say that, not to say that I'm biased, I would say that accounting is pretty applicable in all, any kind of industries. Yeah, even though that, may not be then, it may be now that, say, oh wow, okay, now I have to think about it. If I'm going to bring this to the commercial market, to the business market, what do I need to do? So now you need to talk to the professionals, make sure that, first of all, you set up the right structures, and also for accounting, for tax implication wise, you want to make sure that you set up the most tax efficient vehicle, so that down the road we don't really have to pay too much tax. I mean, you pay whatever you should, of course, to the government, but at least can reserve something for yourself. And for the scientists and the chemists I've talked to, I know that they don't stop right at one point. They say, okay, now I developed this product, and now I'm going to even bottom the applications. And of course, you need the money, you need the resources to bring it to the even more bigger market. And of course, then at that time, you are trying to really make good use of the money, whatever they are accumulated, by talking to the professionals and then trying to see if you can, expanding your base, which I think that we are here to help them out with, applications.
And since the world is much more global today, globalization is in, and the trade in between borders, in between states, made the role of accounting more complicated, but also more challenging. And I guess you meeting people from different professions, not from a particular part of the world, but coming from 60 countries that were here. And SIPS 2019 makes it more attractive, correct, for an accountant.
Amazing. Even though that for my practice, I do have clients from all over the world. Not just, even though I'm originally from Hong Kong. Of course, some of my clients from Asia, from China, Hong Kong, and Taiwan, and from Asia, from Egypt, from Europe, from Latin America. So it's great that every time when you interact individuals from different countries, you will be amazed. You learn so much. Their own culture, their own traditions, and also down the road that I think the most important thing I always put it this way is, I know that the technology now, you can do the visual conference, you can do all those things. I always believe in face-to-face. So having a business conference, at the different continents is definitely a great idea. I think interaction, there's nothing that can really replace that. I don't care how you can do that over the phone, over the net, but no substitutions.
Exactly.
Business conference, I think is, you can tell, you can say that I'm old school, but for this point, I am very old school. I believe in human face-to-face interaction.
Well, because that's the difference between humans and robots.
AI.
So there where we are.
Yep, absolutely.
It's the feelings, it's the connections, it's the chemistry, not chemistry, inorganic, but chemistry makes people link together. Lawyers, kind of clients need lawyers to not only just to assure them, to make them an accountant, you cannot live actually to have a prosperous life without accountant and lawyers. They are very close, but actually this has to be extended in everybody, in any profession.
Correct.
Because everybody serves to each other. Right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you're serving to us, I serve to the others, and then it's a joint, it's a mutual, the interconnected world.
If I may call it that, I always believe in this term. I always believe in this called a team. This is really we call a team that for us to be efficient, any professionals, we have to work as a team. I always say that the client, us, which is accountant, attorneys, and whoever that we think that is relevant that we're bringing in. And when you build up a good team, everything is going to be very efficient and effective. It may take a little bit trial and error, but that's how it works. But when you really build up a good team, then I think that the scientists on campus or engineers that will be even more efficient on really after they invent products or services that they'll be bringing out the applications. I think it'll be really more efficient that way. So
excellent. That's why we're glad you're here and we enjoyed, and also the feeling that you did the right decision. And probably we should think accounting symposium in Phuket.
please, I mean, I'm going to put all on my calendar. So.
We should think about that, and I have some names in mind, people that have served. We're gonna speak together about it.
Please do. Come here.
Sure.
Thank you very much.